gentlemen, welcome to Don't Trust Anyone or Wrestling here in the month of September. Michael McCormick and Bryce T. 3 big title matches tonight. When we kick off the show with tag team action, and it is always heating up here in World Wrestling.
That it is. We got two teams that are, well, one's technically new here to War. First time they are teaming together here under our banner.
Don't trust anyone.
A new coupling, if you will. You see the Grey Wolves coming out under the direction of Jexy Black. Of course, Alex Lynch in the fur there, the Lyons. 5'11", 245 of pure Ohio hatred. It is a partner we've seen before in the Silver City Center in Jarris Gray, but like you said, we've never seen them together, not under the Jexy Black banner. And you know, this is a group that just kind of continues to grow under Jexy's tutelage, I guess we'll say. Ownership, if you listen to her say it. But these guys are dangerous individually. They might be dangerous for the gruesome twosome on their way.
Somehow, some way, Jexy Black manages to grow the Wikked more and more. I remember back at the Hall of Fame event, during the Hall of Fame ceremony, Jarris and the large amount of chaos that ensued, he seemed to take a liking to the Wikked, but now they're debuting opponents here at War. Costello, Sisco, two men I'm very familiar with, having watched them from the first day they started their wrestling training. They might look like some ketchup and mustard right now, but folks, I'll tell you this, they're 100% premium ingredients are the gruesome twosome.
I think Jexy's trying to make them relish the fact that they are in the ring right now for at least a couple of minutes before she tries to sick her boys so I don't make them regret it.
Well, knowing these two, they're going to try and smoke Jarris and Alex on the grill like a set of barbecue.
Alex Lynch, though, is an impressive human being. You go back, and last time we were in this building, obviously War 22 back in May, was supposed to compete in a six-man tag match, had the arm in a sling. We sort of found out some things about that, but, you know, he's a dude. He can flat out go. And Jarris Gray is a young man who, when I watch him, I think, there's nothing he won't do to earn that big payday.
Oh, absolutely. We've seen these two men go out and give every bit they have to ensure victory no matter what.
This is my ring.
Across from the ring for Jarris, classically trained Johnny Sisco will be starting off for the gruesome twosome.
Yeah, we've talked about this before, but you know, you get some of that Cody Hawk training in you. You've learned a handful of things.
Absolutely. Especially learned how to conduct yourself here at War. Cody Hawk having held championships in almost every single division here during his tenure at War. Sisco and Jarris locking up now.
Not really the way you ingratiate yourself to some newcomers, I think, if you're Jarris Gray.
I don't think Jarris ingratiates himself to anyone, to be honest.
I don't think Jarris knows what the word ingratiate means. He'd probably slap me for saying it. Feels like a thing he would do, but these young men, again, all in here. We talk about this all the time when we have the pre-show matches about guys trying to make their mark. We saw James Fury, albeit in a setback against River Maverick, but you know, these guys, this is a big opportunity to come out here and really set the tone for what Don't Trust Anyone can be.
Oh, absolutely. Johnny going back into his partner Creed. Double whip there, launching Jarris. Oh! Huge double elbow.
That's a new take on an old favorite. Just drop both of your elbows where Jarris' heart should be.
Hey, it's effective. Jarris reaching out to Alex. Big arm drag there.
A much different pace that this will take if Jarris is able to eventually get over there and tag in Alex Lynch. Right now he's thinking about booking a flight. Good night. Dropped him hard right in the center of the ring, and hey-oh! The leg drop right across the mush. I've seen that before. I think Jarris is wishing he didn't see it this time.
We see again some quick tags here between Creed and Johnny. Two men who have been tagging together for the better part of, actually I believe now a full year together.
A flapjack for 1, 2. Free Barney says, nope, that's not 3. That's not how that works. But think about this match already under a handful of minutes that it has been just Jairus Gray taking punishment.
Oh, caught in the back.
Jairus now with a full head of steam and in charge. And goodness. Boot to the face, and now I didn't really know what he was going to go for there, but the version of a senton, that's a heck of a combination for 2.
We see him still hovering over top of Sisco, keeping him within range as he goes to pick him back up.
5'8", 180 for Jairus, trained in 2018 by the Death Threat Army. Debuted in 2019. He's picked up some things, and actually, he's just over his 6-year anniversary in the business. Alex Lynch, power personified. Only able to pick up barely a 2 count, but
we've seen what Alex Lynch is capable of here in War, both in tag and singles action. I mean, he was one of the very few people in this past handful of years that's been actually able to take down Apollo Starr. That says something.
Yeah, you look at the results from March to Glory, it will say Alex Lynch defeats Apollo Starr, and that in and of itself is insane. Still only a 2 count. But that is, like I said, you know, it kind of goes to show what that Jexy influence can do, and it also shows what having an entourage like the one he's been a part of can do for you.
Indeed, as now Lynch, big Northern Lights suplex there, only a 2 count. Sisco managing to kick out just in the nick of time.
I think Lynch didn't get a lot of the weight on the shoulders on the bridge like he would have liked.
Oh, you see how deep he has that chokehold cinched in. Sisco's starting to turn purple there in the center of the ring.
It's like being hit with a tree trunk, trying to figure out how to get out of that grasp. Just not a lot going on right now for the young men in the red and yellow. Lynch, curious what he had in mind, but he worked smartly there, though.
Oh,
cut the ring in half, and the knee to the face. Now Lynch with a side slam, and I don't know where Gray's going, but he's apparently going to a crazy place. All the way up and down on him.
Talk about some camaraderie there. Sisco managing to just leap his way back out of that pin.
Again, I think he might have spasmed more than anything. I don't think he knows where he's at right now. Lynch right back in. It's an impressive team. We talked about it. Guys who know each other but not here in War, and they forgot something, and he drop kicked to the face on both guys.
Fairly impressive height there from Sisco, standing drop kick. He needs to get back over to Creed. You hear the crowd clapping, urging Sisco on.
Barney just trying to get some control of this match, and hey, I don't think that was going to go where he wanted, but the rollover, and he made the tag.
Costello
Nobody more surprised.
In. One hand knocking both of men loopy. Throws Gray out.
See you later, Jairus. The neck breaker, down it goes.
Costello looking to get the gruesome twosome, their first win here with the elbow drop.
Halfway across the ring. Now all of a sudden the pacing and the momentum is totally shifted. Shot into the corner, the double team maneuvers. Oh no, what do they got going on here?
Sisco hopping up, splashing there.
Got enough of it. Hiya!
Super kick from Costello.
He's going for the pin. 1, 2, and how?
I'm not sure how Alex Lynch kicked out of that, but then again, the name alone says it. Alex Lynch we've seen him get out of a ton of impressive maneuvers before.
Lynch up and up into the cradle. Jairus, though, wow. That kid can fly.
Running in there like a bullet train did Gray.
Now Lynch, again, I think Barney's maybe lost who's legal at this point. I think it's Jairus Gray, but we'll find out. Oh, goodness. Uh-oh, wait, what the hell?
Delivery Inc.
Why are they? We saw them back in May make a difference in the tag team championship match, and this match is going to get thrown out. The question is, why are they here now?
The Grey Wolves slink their way out as the Gruesome Twosome now are just being trounced by the War Wrestling Hall of Famers.
The two-time War Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They won their first title 20 years ago. Now just continuing 2 decades of dominance. But it still doesn't answer why. Why interrupt? This is just mayhem.
When we saw them back to the anniversary event, their intervention is what directly led to the Wise Guys grabbing a hold of tag titles.
Coming out and getting involved in my match when they were winning. What, did Grandpa and Grandma find their way out of the retirement home or something? There's a lost child at ringside again.
I don't know that this is a fight Jexy wants to pick.
What is this, 1995 coming back to see the greatest tag team, the future of War Wrestling? Actually, I already knew it.
Here comes the big man himself.
Big Tom has the biggest balls when he's behind the computer screen. But you want to send your old ass lackeys out here to do your bidding?
We're not really condoning anything Jexy's saying at this point.
Surprise! War management!
Hey, Jexy, I'm going to tell you one thing from the bottom of my heart. See, after the week that I've had, there ain't a damn thing that you can say that's going to faze me.
Do we have a censor? Can we get that
Here's
guy
the
ready?
reality of things. Someone that supported me for the last 22 years in pro wrestling, which was my mother, passed away on Sunday. So, here's the reality. See, I've kept this all inside for a very, very long time. And what I'm gonna say, I don't really give a damn who thinks they're better than me. But for 22 years, I put this company on my back to give you an opportunity to come out here and perform in front of these people.
This, by the way, is sort of a response to some things that Jexy had to say about Big Tom and War
Here's
Wrestling
the thing.
Online.
War management, what people don't know was me for a very long time. For a very long time, I was war management. But on May 31st of this year, I resigned being part of War Wrestling. People didn't know that. When we came out on our own accord, because these are the only two men in pro wrestling that I respect. The rest of you are a bunch of liars. Look, guess what? I've been fined for cussing. I've done all of that. You can go like this all you want, Jackson. But the bottom line is, from this point forward, you, everybody up there, we're gonna do it on our terms, our way, and that's signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay?
This cannot be good for the locker room.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you something from the bottom of my heart, Jackie. I actually respect you. I respect what you're about. I just don't like the way that you act. So here's the thing. If you two got the balls to get in this ring, let's do this right now.
No. See, here's the thing.
Big Tom's laying down the challenge for the Grey
They were
Wolves.
already in the ring. They literally just won. And then you came and interrupted that. So, actually, guys, you guys can go. You're done. You guys can go. You already won. I've got one better for you. I have monsters on deck, and you know it. I've got the rest of the Wikked,
Oh, no.
the former tag team champions, right behind that curtain. So you want a war? You want a challenge? I will keep carrying your company, Tom. Big balls, Tom. Hey,
Jesse.
Amos, Kronos,
I'm what you fail to realize is I'm not the boss no more. See, War Wrestling made Ripper Blackheart the boss and everybody else. I ain't got nothing to do with War Wrestling no more. So whatever happens is on my terms when we want to do it and how we want to do it. So if they want to come out, bring them out.
I bet they will. So, okay, cool.
Let's go.
Amos,
These fans hey, Jackson, these fans paid their hard-earned money to see professional wrestling, not you to shoot run your damn mouth.
Challenge accepted, it would appear.
The former War Wrestling Tag Team Champion.
371 days and 8 successful title defenses for the Wikked. The unorthodox individual you see there, Amos, and the walking mountain that is trailing him in Kronos. Oh no.
And Dexy not even waiting, immediately peeling off the hood of Kronos. And you know what that means.
That means we need a referee. And there.
I do not envy Barney for drawing this assignment.
I think he's in the back thinking about who he made mad. Speaking of madness, I think this entire match is going to be pretty much that way. But, you know, Big Tom said it. You know, I'm not War Wrestling anymore. That's Ripper Blackheart's problem. We now are Ripper Blackheart's problem. So the first ever War Wrestling Tag Team Champions and two-time War Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Hall of Famers, who won the tag titles pretty close to 20 years on this day. November the 5th, 2005, beating the Michigan Invasion and the Hall of Famer Nate Matson and a Gutter in the tournament final. Now getting a chance to, I guess, try to shut up some pretty big dogs on the block.
I mean, their credentials are impressive, but I'm going to be honest. I know Deliver Inc.'s history, but I don't care who you are to go and willingly fight with the Wikked, especially this combination of them. You have to be some sort of clinically insane.
Well, if you've ever had a conversation with any member of Deliver Inc., you have a pretty good inkling that they might be on the border of that. There's the postmaster just being worked on in the corner. Look, his just repeated strikes have no effect. So Dexter just, again, watch the postmaster just kind of lurch around the corner and, oh.
Dexter going for the eyes of Amos there and Kronos, but sorry to tell you, but with Kronos, that's not going to be very effective.
Yeah, Dexter is, he's dropped many an elbow on some folks in this building, and I think right now he's just trying anything he can to keep himself in. And look, Amos was even explaining to the referee of, yeah, he tried to poke me in the eye.
I mean, it is giving the Wikked a taste of their own medicine back to them, all things considered. Oh, look at that. A little bit of a chop block there as Amos came jumping down, thrown directly onto the guard barrier.
Amos just so animated, and it's just fascinating to watch sort of the progression of what he has been since coming to War Wrestling. You say he's not right, I think he takes that as a compliment.
I don't think I've ever seen Amos be right since the day I met the man. And there's a headbutt there and a lateral cover. Of course, Amos kicking on out.
Watch out, Barney.
Gouging the nose.
There's some beef in that ring. Oh no, and here you go. Stamp linkage. Just on a path of destruction. Here we go. We've seen this so many times. Drop to hold and bam! A calf across the back of the skull.
Dropping the hammer down on the back there as well.
But the one kind of interesting thing, we've obviously seen now four, you can count Jexy, 5 different members of this group. We haven't seen Beastman since the 4th of July, and that was the two guys we saw in Jarris Gray, we saw Alex Lynch. They took on Deliver Inc. at Bell Center Brawl, but look at this. Way up there in the Bulldog.
That is quite the feat for a man to do at his age. No offense, mind you. I'm just astounded.
I think you're saying that from up here. The way these guys operate right now, they might come up here. Not big on words, but big on violence. You know, like I said, we haven't seen a Beastman, but right now, boom!
Twister there, right onto Amos. Another lateral cover.
Not fancy.
But it gets the job done.
Someone drops a ton of bricks on you, it's not fancy either. Oh, he's biting the man. There was pretty good pasta backstage. Apparently he didn't get any.
Or maybe he just wanted another piece.
That could also be. I don't know what is happening there, but check out the kind of stare off within the match. Anytime that Jexy rounds the corner, she looks over and sees Big Tom back there, and that's Monopoly. Do not pass go over that corner.
Indeed, indeed. Jexy's had enough run-ins with big burly dudes as of late. As you were mentioning earlier with Beastman, we haven't seen him since July 4th, where he lost to Xavier Walker, who we will see later tonight. And afterwards, Jexy and him had a bit of harsh words, and Jexy was chased off by the Beastman.
Full head of steam.
Amos taken down.
It's the little brother play. 1, 2, and it just kicked to the ribs. It's kind of a how you doing, a normal person.
I think Barney taking his time to get down for that cover might have been the result of Amos getting able to kick out as soon as he did.
To be fair, at this point, it's like trying to get around a demolition derby. You don't walk through the middle of it. Barney's smart enough to save himself. Now, though, Amos has been in there for quite a while. Guy who says fear is nothing but a state of mind right now, having that theory tested by a bulldozer. There's no shenanigans right now for this group.
They don't need shenanigans. They just need hard-hitting action.
I think Amos might need a prayer right now. See, well-oiled machine in Delivery Inc. And that is not what I thought was going to happen there.
I can't say I anticipated
what?
it.
He just slammed a grown man by his nipples.
Dude, does he have magnets in his hands? Are we sure he has does he have magnets in there?
Hey, hang around long enough, you see everything, I guess. Amos now able to back Dexter into the corner. And one of the longest reigning tag teams in War Wrestling, probably the longest, going way back near the inception of War Wrestling, trying to figure out what to do here as Dexter was flat on his back.
Kronos being legal now can only just mean a bit more destruction coming Dexter's way. You like dropping elbows? Well, Kronos will drop the might of a million prison cells on you.
He's just jazzercising out of the pin.
Punch in the air, man. Fight the man.
He also just took a jab at Kronos. And again, he hit him with the Three Stooges right in the face.
That headbutt had no effect whatsoever.
I think it was...
Neither did that one.
It was so much that Dexter didn't even realize that Jexy punched him in the leg.
I think
the first two didn't work. Try it again.
I was just about to say, I think Dexter's damaging himself more than he's damaging Kronos with this.
I don't think that's how he saw that going in his brain. And again, able to shoot straight up. Not quite sure how.
Come on, I will say that's a little bit of unfair advantage. Just being able, you don't gotta turn, you can just put your arm up and that's your shoulder off the ground. Come on, curve back.
To be fair, he got both of them. I guess that's the way to go. Crowd now trying to fight Dexter back to his feet. Amos having none of it. Still in amazement that I saw a grown man get slammed by his nipples.
It wasn't on my bingo card for this year.
Or ever. That is the unorthodoxness of Deliver Inc. Kronos, what am I going to do to get rid of this guy? Just two ham hocks trading blows. That's not going to work. Trying to go Muhammad Ali on him.
Hey, Dexter's hanging in there after that headbutt from Kronos.
I don't know how. Oh! That was not to the chest. That was to the mush.
And Jexy just slapping the head of Dexter.
Marty said, I see what you're doing. I think he's got his hands full. Just turned him into a Thanksgiving turkey.
And Amos, of course, throwing the spit across the ring, infuriating our other postmaster here.
He just tried to teach or treat Stamp Wikked like he was Dak Prescott. Just did not. Just no honor.
Well, there's one thing Amos is all about. It is no honor whatsoever. Big Tom slowly stalking towards Jexy Black.
The fight off of the neck. Now Jexy's gone. I guess the fight of the neck breaker. Now this has got to be.
The two managers now off to the back. Now our equalizing factors are gone.
Stunned Dexter.
Unless their little postman over there's got stunned and then satchels.
That has long been a fear. And Barney, he just left to go to the back. I don't know what exactly happened there.
I think he's chasing after Jexy and Tom.
So this match has both guys getting advantages, but nobody's going to be able to get a pin.
Absolutely. Which means I got my eyes on you, kid.
He's of the 5 people near the ring, well, 6 if you count Rick, I think he's the least one I would worry about. And now, what?
John Paul.
Remember, he should still be the tag team champions with Gimmicks Inc., but he got screwed over by these guys back in May. Kronos now trying to put an end to it is the dancing mime all the way across and
doing a little bit of parkour off the stairs, running to the back.
That wasn't nice.
And Stamp Lickage going after him.
Oh, Dexter in a bad way. The 2-on-1 slam, Barney's back, and that's a 3. You know, that's the thing. Those who live by the fire die by the fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners
you make
of this
enemies,
match.
Sometimes your enemies become
Kronos,
friends of your
the
own
Berserker,
enemies.
the prophet of
Oh,
pain,
Stamp is not happy.
the Wikked.
I mean, here's the thing. I can't even say this was a victory of the Wikked by their usual means. This is just a victory of opportunity.
By any means.
John Paul was the gift that fell into their lap, and they managed to score a win over the Hall of Famers.
And again, the show is called Don't Trust Anyone.
And you especially don't trust a mime. You know what? Maybe Brandon Fields was on to something all that time ago.
So the War Wrestling Hall of Famers on the wrong end of the pay window in this one. Credit to the Wikked. They used what was there to pick up the victory.
Nonetheless, I'm knowing Big Tom, this is certainly not going to be the last we see of Delivery Inc. They got whatever sort of vendetta Big Tom seems to have. These 3 men and a child are going to enact whatever vengeance they may seek. But folks, for now, stick with us. We got more action coming at you, including 3 huge title matches. You don't want to miss them.
What was that? What just happened? We've been waiting for this opportunity for months, for years. Creed and I have been doing the dirty work. We have been moving in silence like all the Facebook posts tell us to. And now here we are finally. We've got our chance to prove ourselves to the War roster. And we get interrupted by some mailmen. by some mailmen?
American Postal Service workers, I used to think you were my heroes. I used to wait at the end of my driveway every weekday for my Boys Life magazine, but I can see now, in 2025, that's not the case anymore, okay? See, we put in the brass tacks. We put in the road miles to get here to war, and this is how we get welcomed? This is how we get introduced to some of the best talent in Ohio? What say you, Sisco?
I say I've only got one more thing I've got to say, and that thing I got to say is this. Just because it didn't end up going our way this month doesn't mean it's not going to go our way next month. We're going to recover. We're going to recuperate. We are going to train even harder. And when we return, this gruesome twosome is going to prove to you that we belong here at war, no matter what anybody in the United States Postal Service might tell you.
Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month, could be next year. Maybe it's not even for a few years from now, but Delivery Inc., best you believe.
Count your days.
We will be over top you one day. You believe it, bud.
Rain, sleet, snow, or hail, the gruesome twosome is coming back to war, and we're coming for you and every other tag team you got.
That's right. Now give me my tax return.
War Respect women's title on the line at now. Back in May, Paris McQueen finally vanquished the foe that she had been trying to do for so long and to send away the former War Wrestling Women's Champion in Shauna Reed. Now, it is a chance for this young lady and Chelsea Lyons to stake her claim on that championship.
Introducing first the challenger from Cleveland, Ohio, Chelsea the Mother.
So Chelsea the Mother with a ton of monikers. Sometimes she's just Chelsea. Today she's Chelsea the Mother. Sometimes she's Chelsea Lyons. We've seen her. We saw this exact same matchup back in July at the Bell Center Brawl. Obviously the champion ended up coming out on top, but this young lady in Chelsea made a heck of an impression on the brass, if you will, at War Wrestling. Reason why she's getting the opportunity again here tonight.
Yeah, they wanted, the higher-ups wanted to let her get another shot in a nice big crowd here in the Bradfield Community Center. Now it's time for our champion to make her entrance. And
Ladies and gentlemen, TCSSB of Professional Wrestling, the War Ladies Champion, Paris McQueen.
This young lady just outside of Washington, D.C., where she came from, has made an impact and then some here at War Wrestling since being trained by the former War Wrestling champion in Brandon Day. And look at that. You think she's still, a quick cutoff from Chelsea. I was going to say still kind of enamored with the fact that she was able to rip that championship away from Shauna Reed, who, let's be honest, she did so much good work to get back to that championship, had the number one contender, and then she sort of didn't. Then she got back, ended up giving Shauna her first pinfall loss in over 2 years, beat her via DQ, and then beat her again for the title back in May.
Indeed, Paris McQueen, it took a long, hard road to get here, and now she's reaping the reward of what being a champion's like. You get to go against all comers. You get to go against someone who's experienced, like Chelsea the Mother Lyons here. And she is tossing Paris all around the shop.
Dr. Tom Pritchard and EC3 putting their stamp on this young lady out of the greater Cleveland area. And she seems to be enamored with herself and not paying much respect or attention to the War Wrestling Women's Champion.
Well, there's one thing Paris is going to do. It's going to show you exactly why you should. She calls herself the bestestest for a reason. And as it stands, as she holds the title, she lays claim to it here in this company.
Sounds better when you say it. I try to say it, it just doesn't work. But the fans have been solidly behind her since her debut, and massive clothesline in the corner.
Full throttle there, like go shifted into fifth gear. Kick to the back now is from McQueen. Back senton there from the champion as well. Cover, is it going to be enough? Oh, only a 1.
Not so much. You look at Chelsea, debuted here back in September a year ago.
Oh, nasty throat chop.
She said one of the biggest things that she's taken as a claim is Eddie Money once called her cute. It's not going to help her tonight, but I guess she wants him to take her home tonight. This is just violence. Wear out the champion, make them make a mistake.
Chelsea is using every bit of experience with the ring as she can, utilizing the best of her advantage.
It's a sweet kick to the face. But you think about the frustration a little bit. Chelsea participated in that big battle royal we had in May. Came up on the losing end, but using that frustration with a quick roll through 1 and 2, and Paris got the left shoulder up.
Indeed. I will say, though, Chelsea was really wise with that ring positioning there. She knew she was close in the ropes. It intentionally restricted the shoulders of the champion to make sure that the pin was legal.
Also to make sure that Joe maybe didn't see it.
That too.
Joe's getting up there. He's a little bit older.
Joe Kopez is one of those men, I think he will continue to referee until the day we all die. He'll still be going.
A beautiful, almost cravat with the choke out.
Yeah, that is impressive technique. Contorting the body, giving yourself leverage. And Paris, she's getting her way up, and Chelsea just yanks her right back down.
To be able to contort your own body that way, let alone your opponent's. Mm-hmm. And remember, again, this is for the Women's Championship. So Paris was unable to answer and get up. She would have been forced to relinquish her championship. Straight right hand, that's always effective.
Right back on it, keeping the champion right there, turning her purple.
And you can hear it from where we sit at. I could hear the World Wrestling Women's Champion gasping for air.
I mean, Chelsea has done everything within her power to just wear down McQueen in any way that she could.
I always say jumping on someone's back and choking them out is usually an effective technique. Anytime that Paris tries to kind of power out of it, Chelsea does a great job of changing her footing and changing her momentum and kind of where the pressure comes from to make sure she's not going to be able to.
Absolutely. Here's the thing you got to consider. Everyone always talks about a match can end either by pinfall or submission. The third option that could result in a title change, referee stoppage. And at the rate that Chelsea's going and trying to make Paris pass out instead of just submitting her, this could very well end like that.
Poor Joe's got to try to figure out if it's a legal choke or not, too, in that whole scenario. Still, I think you're right. I think Joe might be close to at what point does this become serious damage by Chelsea to Paris of maybe I have to step in here for your own good. And wow,
showing
okay.
off the athleticism. Back handspring elbow.
Chelsea's not real thrilled with the crowd. Paris is she just looks dead on her feet in a corner.
I think the champ's just working on an instinct right now. Lifting up her boot, able to stop the incoming onslaught, but it was a little bit slow.
Now able to flip on the corner, and she comes up with a pin 1 and 2. That's all she needed, really. Thought maybe she was going to be able to end the match there and complete that comeback.
Running back elbow there, knocking Lyons off her feet. Another one. Lyons staggers.
Just a step in front and another elbow. A quick trip. Oh, you know what's happened here. Paris with a full head of steam. Bad news for the mother.
Line. Hip attack.
And another up on the line. Just good night. And I'm out of here. The challenger, I think the champion can't figure out, wait a second. She was supposed to be there.
Now Chelsea has the high ground.
She just paintbrushed her.
She did, and now just hooking the leg around the shoulder of the champion. What in the world could she be going for
She
here?
was thinking tarantula at first.
I think you're right.
Again, remember, this can't end the match. Well, other than a disqualification. So now all of a sudden, Chelsea the mother turned and looked at Joe and threw 5 fingers up and said, I have till 5. I learned that somewhere. Slam right down on the face.
Getting spun around by the champ must have given her a little bit of dizziness there. Paris now taking this opportunity, having to fight her way back into this.
Rolls her up with a cradle. 1, 2, 3. The War Wrestling Women's Champion says, where's my championship? She hit the highway. She said, look, I'm smart.
Ladies and
She's a
gentlemen,
little
the
bit
winner of this match,
loosey-goosey at times, but
and still
she managed to get the
War
victory here
Wrestling
tonight
Ladies
and retain the
Champion.
championship once
the
again.
SSB of professional wrestling, Paris McQueen.
Another big win, and you start to question what's next for the War Wrestling Women's Champion. I don't know that we're not going to see maybe a trilogy of this match at some point.
The mother looks like she has a mom's fury right now with a child who just ran off with her toys. So you never know, but folks, stick with us. We still have the Respect title and the tag team titles in our main event here. Stay tuned.
Chelsea, it was so amazing seeing you after July 4th again. But just like the first time, the sequel ended the same, and McQueen is still champion. But if you want to come on back, mama, you can try again. But I told you once, you son of a bitch, I'm the bestest there's ever been. See ya.
Paris McQueen, that is twice now that you have gotten over on me. Not because you're the better wrestler, but because you outsmarted me. I let my guard down for 2 seconds on the 4th of July. Today, you kicked me in the gut, and I lost my breath. This is gonna get old really quick. I'm not finished with you, and I am determined to prove to you I am the better wrestler. I deserve that women's championship, and Mom is in charge.
Guys who think very highly of themselves on the way to the ring. You see flanked by the War Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
Scheduled
And in front of Jake Healy, Jimmy Shane.
representing the Krue from Canal Fulton, Ohio. No pain, Jimmy Shane.
The so-called baddest man in Canal Fulton, Ohio. The leader of the Krue. Like I said, flanked by the War Wrestling Tag Team Champions and some other numbskull. What is wrong with that guy?
Like what?
Yeah. So Jimmy Shane is, well, he's bitten off quite a large piece here with this match. He's pretty much said, you know what, I'm pretty tired of War Wrestling. Things are not going the way that the Krue would like. We're going to start making it more Krue wrestling here. We've already got the Tag Team Championships. And War Wrestling said, that's fine. And then they gave him this hulking individual. But still, as big as the man about to come to the ring now, in a big flexi, he is, he's got a 4-on-1 disadvantage. Just waiting in the ring.
Who could it be? Who could it be? You hear that crowd.
273 pounds from Flint, Michigan. Big Flexi, Xavier Walker.
Xavier Walker is coming here to beat some Krue. He pretty much is a guy who says, I really don't care how many of them there are. Line him up, I'll knock him down. Remember, unsuccessfully challenged Beastman for the World Wrestling Championship, but boy, oh boy, was that a street fight.
Yes, it absolutely was. Though, what I mentioned earlier in our broadcast, did manage to beat Beastman at our 4th of July event, being only the second person since Beastman had won the War Heavyweight Championship to do so. Since, well, of course, our champion as of May, Crash.
I think he's still not right. We haven't seen him since the 4th, but that might just be more. He needs some recovery time because that match, you can go back and watch it. Thanks to Valor Media, was just. I don't even know how to describe that match.
Pure destruction in wrestling form.
Chaos.
We literally dismantled the entire ring that these men are standing in.
Now, someone needs to explain it to the crew, and I think Barney's trying to do this. It is a one-on-one match, not a four-on-one match.
Well, knowing the Wise Guys and Jake Ely, they're not really one for the rules per se.
Oh, wait a minute.
I mean, when you're the tag team champions, I mean, you're just gonna do whatever you want, right?
That would appear to be the answer, yes. I think there's only too much that you can do to Xavier Walker before you just catch a straight right hand. Oh, no. Oh, now.
Oh, there you go. You called it a little too early.
Apparently a little too much was done by the tag team champions. I'll be honest with you. I thought it was going to be Tommy Hamilton, but Jake Ely, he's got a match tonight. Well, he's supposed to.
Yeah, after that, who knows? But Jimmy Shane, thanks to his teammates' quote-unquote sacrifice, was off to a hot start. Now is being throttled.
Straight mush. This young man out of Michigan is obliterating the pride of Canal Fulton. And just, you go back and you think about Jimmy, though. Last time he was in this building as he's just being beaten with straight right hands. Jimmy was in a body bag match that, thanks to his friends, he got by defeating Matt Taylor, who we also have not seen in the last handful of months. And Jimmy's got some issues right now.
Yeah, that body bag match, speaking of just wild insanity that happened during that event, was also a brutal affair.
Jimmy's in the wrong part of town. Good night, Jimmy. Lord!
I know last match we talked about a referee stoppage. Yeah, Barney, I think it might be time. Oh, with Jimmy finding his way back up to his feet. Oh! Right
miscalculation. I'm just wondering, between Jimmy and Jake Ely, how many teeth they're missing. As Ely just sort of, saunters away. Remember, though, that young man, and we're going to talk about this here in a little bit, but that young man, by virtue of winning a Battle Royal at War 22, has himself a championship opportunity anytime, any place. And that's a scary thing with the crew always looming.
Absolutely. And now here he comes in, the little gremlin. I'd call him a leprechaun, but that's just cliche.
Turn him into a mogwai. It's just quickly Jimmy, former OCW Triple Crown champion, the leader of the crew, former War Wrestling two-time tag team champion. I've said this before, we don't like his methods necessarily up here, but he gets things done.
Absolutely. Hey, throughout his entire war history, Jimmy Shane has found, by hook or crook, ways to accomplish whatever goal he sets in front of himself.
Speaking of crooks, Gino DiCapo on the other side.
Allegedly a crook.
Sorry, air quotes.
Air quotes. Last time we had this discussion, he made it very clear we needed to specify that.
Jimmy looking for a massive spear, but he got one. Ate the one on the other end. And, talk about Jimmy's tenure. You go back to the first iteration of this event when he lost to Mr. Main Event. He might be hanging out to the wrong end of the pay window again. Running buddies.
Gino Capo giving Jimmy a chance to get out.
What? He's trying to crush his skull. 1, 2.
Even with Gino pulling the ropes away, though, Xavier's still kicking out.
They say in a different parlance that it takes a village. Right now, it's going to be a village that is going to be needed to help Jimmy hold off Xavier Walker.
It takes a village, but I think in this case, many would call the Krue the village idiots.
At least one of them, for sure. The other ones, they're bigger than me, so I wouldn't maybe say it to their face. Walker might be out on his feet. The rope's just sort of holding him up.
Taking Xavier down. I mean, it's very rare that anyone has the height advantage on Jimmy Shane. That almost never happens here.
Jimmy Shane, 6'2".
For him to very wisely be no pun intended, taking down Xavier, keeping him on the floor, that is good tactical strategy on No Shave's part.
Probably even more so that there's not a lot of guys that are taller but are that much taller that Jimmy's staring straight up at. Oh, tagged him again. Straight rights into spinorama.
I don't know how Jimmy's still standing after, well, there we go. It took 3 to knock the tree down. These two men have just I feel like this is more of a boxing match than it's been wrestling.
I think Xavier Walker would be who I'd put my money on. I don't know if there's any sort of deal that we have with FanDuel for World Wrestling, but if we do, I got to get in on it.
That's called insider trading.
Well, that's a conversation I had with Gino that I probably shouldn't have disclosed. Xavier stopped just flat right now. We saw how effective that a sleeper to chokehold can be in the War Wrestling women's title match. Right now we're seeing it here. And look at Jimmy again. He's got it cinched in such a way that it borderlines on being a choke, and he turns away from Barney.
If Jimmy can sink his legs around the midsection of Xavier right now, then this is almost assuredly over.
Unfortunately for Jimmy, even though he's got him in the center of the ring, those long legs from Xavier Walker, he can kind of hit the ropes from anywhere.
Oh, Barney's checking the hand now. That's 1. Does Jimmy have this 1?
That's 2. And Jimmy Shane is going to choke out Xavier Walker. Wait, no, he's not.
Xavier still has that fire within him.
Still trying to get himself back to a base, and even if he does, you question how much oxygen has left his brain at this point that he's even going to be able to sort of string anything together. Just relying on Jimmy to get back into the corner.
Oh, but even with that, Jimmy's still refusing to let go of that choke.
Ooh. Elbow to the temple. And Jimmy right back to it. Xavier, though, I've pretty much had enough of this. Trying to fight himself into the corner, and
oh no, Barney!
Got Barney! Now Xavier turns around, and Jimmy with a boot. Keep in mind, the official is down. Xavier, he can count to 100, and it won't matter. And here comes
the wise guys.
Here come the vultures. I've had just about enough of this.
I mean, I don't mind a little bit of rule bending every once in a while, but yeah, this is just a lot.
With the Krue, baby!
Jimmy with the Shane chain, generally around the knuckles, it means bad news.
Tommy Hamilton holding up Xavier for Gino to deliver them rights.
The question is, how much does Jimmy even know where he's at right now? As Gino,
gave Tommy the chance. And now Ely even wants to swing at him.
What is he's going to throw?
Baseball pitch. Oh!
He caught a fastball right across the face. It's a full head of steam, and bam! Down go the champs.
That's running the bases right there, baby. That's a triple. And now,
choke slamming a beauty on its way. Up!
No!
That's
Make that a home run.
Adios, aloha, goodbye. Oh, Ely Back into no man's, and
there.
Jimmy with the damn chain.
Hiding it away with Gino. There's the cover. And what an opportune time for Marty to go wake up.
Quite literally, no shame in his game. And Jimmy Shane is the winner here tonight at Don't Trust Anyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, no shame.
One thing that jumps out to me, though, as an immediate question coming out of this matchup, Bryce, how exactly is the little human being over there going to fare in his own match? Because he took quite a kick to the face and that big right hand early.
I mean, Jake Ely seems to still have all the spirit about him. The Krue are riding high right now. They got victory 1 of 3, and as we've of course mentioned, the Wise Guys in our main event here will also be defending those tag team championships against Will the Thrill and Apollo Starr. This could be a clean sweep of a night for the Krue.
Wow.
Did you expect anything else?
Can't say I did, Jimmy.
When the Krue are here in more wrestling, we win. And that's the thing about the Krue. We're always here.
Unfortunately, he's right.
Jake Ely, he's here. Tommy Hamilton, he's here. Gino the Capo, sometimes he doesn't make it to the bar, but he's always here. And Jimmy Shane is damn sure always here.
You know,
You know who
I don't think this is
isn't
gonna go
here?
well.
Who wasn't here, Jimmy?
World Champion Crash. Cheer all you want. Your champion isn't here for you, but I am. For 13 years, I've been here, and I've never got mine.
Jimmy, you might want to look behind you.
So as far as I'm concerned, Bird, don't give me that chair.
Uh-oh.
Jimmy Shane.
I'm not leaving until I'm crowned interim world champion.
I don't see how that's gonna work. Jimmy might be about it, but it might be bye for him.
I'm stepping in my ring, Gino. I am the chairman of the board. Don't forget it.
Old blue ties.
Jimmy, that don't mean nothing to me. Just to drag on. They want the show to go on. You're holding up the show. I know you like the buck authority and all this stuff. But I also know you're a professional. So at this time, I'm asking you, please be professional. Please respect the boys in the back. Go back to that curtain so we can go on to the next match and the show can go on.
You know, I have a 4-year-old that I tried a similar speech with. It did not go well.
Fine, we're going.
Apparently, I just needed the magic words. They're not actually just going to leave, are they?
I mean, Ripper Blackheart is now the big man. You don't want to disrespect the boss.
I guess if there's one thing we know about Jimmy Shane, it's that he's respecting of. Oh no.
Ripper.
Come on, Ripper.
Ripper.
Wait, what the? Come on. What the hell, Jimmy?
Jimmy Shane just a few minutes ago was declaring himself like a person of the masses, and now here he is just ripping into the head of the board.
How is it that Gino and Tommy are the voices of reason?
What in the world has gotten into Jimmy?
Look, even Tommy Hamilton's got his hands on his head of, what in the hell? Wait, come on, not again!
Kopez and Peachy are...
The man's got a family.
They're trying their best to reason with Jimmy, and even the rest of the Krue are trying to restrain him, but
I don't think Jimmy's here right now. Look, even the Krue, I don't know what happened between Jimmy and Tommy.
The Krue doesn't want the staff members to be touching Jimmy, but clearly something's going on here. I mean, I know Shauna's not here. I know Jimmy he wants the War Heavyweight Championship, but how is attacking Ripper gonna get you any closer, you buffoon?
Jimmy's being escorted out. They took him backstage. Now he's being thrown out the door, it would appear, by security.
Out the side exit.
The wise guys nowhere to be found.
Jimmy's banging on the door trying to get in, but that is a one-way door that locks from the outside.
So Jimmy Shane just eliminated the chairman of the board and Ripper Blackheart. But at what cost? You know that Ripper's not going to let this stand.
Everyone, I think we need to take a quick break here. Just let's go check on Ripper.
Onward we go in the new #1 contender, crowned after this matchup for the Respect Championship. A couple of guys who have either held the title or who have been in the orbit of the Respect Championship in this matchup, and this Jamoke again.
Introducing first,
the former champion himself,
Ohio, the professional Brandon.
There's one professional among that group. Steve just tripped up. Couldn't get out of his own way.
Brandon is here with his men in tow to ensure that he gets his chance back at the title that Ryan Michaels took off of him. It was back at Nobody's Fool that Ryan Michaels won the Respect Championship in a Nobody's Fools match, where both the Respect Championship and the Tag Team Championships were on the line. Brandon was the Respect Champion, Gimmick Inc. were the Tag Champions at the time. Whoever got the pinning victory would win whichever respective title. Ryan Michaels pinned Brandon Fields, thus giving the title reign that we are currently in.
Yeah, Fool's Gold has been an interesting matchup throughout the years here in War Wrestling, and it is they just kind of shaped the landscape for a while. But you know, there are storylines in this match that are storylines on top of storylines for how these four gentlemen, and I use that mostly loosely with a couple of them, are connected. You know, you just look at this young man, the least connected of the four, but Austin Elva's impressed the brass here at World Wrestling. And coming out of Lima, Ohio, the last man eliminated in the Battle Royal by Jake Ely, now is going to get a chance to show, had he won that, he would have gotten his title shot. Maybe he should get one anyway.
Yeah, Austin Elms, having returned in that Battle Royal, he's made himself very, very impressive to the crowd here in Lima. They love to see one of their own, and an opportunity like this. Of course, we will see another representative of Lima, Ohio in our main event, and Will the Thrill in the Tag Team Championship match. But right now, the next man who's coming out is maybe one of those less than gentlemanly gentlemen that you alluded to.
Yeah, they don't make them like this guy in a lot of parts of the country, and thank God for that.
I mean, he's out of Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio, the self-proclaimed
I have a lot of nice things to say about this guy.
Dance to women, Jacob Rose.
Back at our anniversary event, it was a triple threat ladder match for the More Respect Championship. Jacob Rose and Orlando Christopher were the challengers against Ryan Michaels. It was a very, very hard-fought battle with ladders being broken, Jacob Rose and Orlando and Michaels all being thrown all across the rafters. Michaels came out on top, but Rose is going to make his way back to facing his former tag partner once again, possibly in this match.
Second time we have seen this young man tonight. He's not been in a good way since losing the championships in that big matchup back in May. And he's got beat with a couple of guys in the ring, but Jean-Paul is kind of an X factor because you don't really necessarily know how to read him, and you don't even know if he likes anybody else in this match, to be honest.
Very true. As a former champion in this case, while he does not have any of his tag partners with him, War Upper Management decided we will give you an opportunity to get yourself into the singles division once again. The last real major foray into singles action that we saw John Paul in was against the man who he just kicked in the gonads in Brandon Fields. It was right here in this building that those two men fought each other all the way around the building, that one of them fell off the rafters we are sitting in front of.
Can we just talk about Peachy Rodriguez for a second?
He's looking very fashionable.
It's about time he got some fashion a couple of days before his birthday. Happy birthday to Peachy. You get the honor of trying to put this insanity together. As he gets back in the ring, Jacob Rose, I would like to point this out. I was given a prepared statement by Mr. Rose. I don't want to read it. He explained why he's angry. Oh no, and he got caught. Don't let him get catch in that box.
I think that's why he's angry.
I don't know how to read what it is that he wants me to say.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead. He wants to explain why he's angry today.
Okay, so in the words of one Mr. Jacob Rose, he is angry because all of the women here in Lima, Ohio have all failed to pass his weight limit test to bench them. He told them you must be 135 pounds or less, and none of them met the snuff. And therefore, he is very, very upset. This is his words, and definitely not mine.
He used the phrase wrestling under protest. I don't know what that means.
So this is, look, we're just going to say it like this. If it seems like Jacob Rose is having an off day, that's why. He's a little frustrated.
He's a jackass.
I'm not going to use those words.
I will. That'll be the one time.
I'm not going to get fined like some other people.
I think the swear jar is full tonight, but effective again. He's a thing, but he is effective. Like I said, that you talked about it earlier on. That ladder match that he had between he and Ryan Michaels and the Hall of Famer and Orlando Christopher just reverberated through every time someone would throw a punch or that fall he took off the ladder hit his head on the floor, and it looked like
John Paul also hit his head on the barricade too.
Railing, and now BF and AE squaring off, and Fields with a pop kick, and good night. He might be the new #1 contender. 1, 2. Only 2 blows of that whistle mean 2 count, I think. Fields just threatened to slap the beret off Peachy's head.
That'd be so rude.
That was a gift to him.
That is high fashion right there by Mr. Rodriguez.
A gift to him. He should be a professional. Just trying to choke out Brandon Fields.
Jacob Rose just about punched Coach Steve, but River Maverick, he went ahead and punched Jacob Rose himself, throwing him face first into the ring apron. Again, since this is a fatal 4-way, there are no rules, there's no disqualifications. It's all legal.
As legal as it can be. You look at Fields, the 12-year pro out of the Ohio Pro Wrestling Academy. His trainer, well-versed to War Wrestling, but he won that respect title by beating Apollo Starr, held on to it for a number of months. But he's got to watch out for a young man that he had issues with. He said, I know you're Logan, but the crossbody from the Master Mime.
You also got to think here that John Paul already in bad states from his loss of tag titles. Having been chased off by Delivery Inc. earlier here tonight, how is he feeling also about the attack? Oh, beautiful.
Might be feeling better. 1, 2, and Fields able to kick out.
Not feeling so great right now, but what I was going to get at is, how do you think he feels right now after the brutal assault that Jimmy Shane just delivered to River Blackheart? I mean, whether he wants to admit this or not, that is his father.
Oh, that's not exactly been proven. I believe we're still waiting. Very slow DNA lab.
I mean, should Brandon Fields be believed, which I'm not
Allegedly.
going to doubt. I'm not going to doubt him for my own safety.
At least don't let him hear you. Again, Fields tried for months to prove that connection. And Austin Elm with the run out. Rose just choking out a mime in the corner. And Elm almost stole the whole thing. But Jean Paul has been on kind of a French bender recently. A lot of wine and croissants.
Absolutely. Did I see correctly? Is Jacob Rose busted open?
If he wasn't before, he probably will be.
Oh, yes, he is. He has blood pouring out from his forehead right now. Inside the ring, Austin Elm being fully handled here by the professional.
River Maverick kind of caught in the middle of, what do I do here?
I mean,
just lay there and watch him bleed.
It probably was River Maverick.
Jean Paul clothesline. I think it was the boot from Jean Paul that kind of caught Jacob Rose, and he hit his head on the stairs on the way down. Now again, the master mime.
Interesting drop toe hold.
A mime kick. He doesn't actually have to drop kick him. He can just make it look like he did. And looking for the mime 1-9, but the gentleman, again, I've used that loosely tonight, that he attacked earlier on. Now he's thinking about it. Oh, with a dive, he got caught.
I don't know what he was intended to do there, but it was not effective, that's for sure. Oh, and now Dexter.
He just delivered him. Jacob Rose, though, in charge, at least it seems like it, on Fields. And these two trying to figure out where Austin Elm went. Elm said, I'm right here, big boy. Caught him with the in-between, and massive knee.
Jacob Rose, even with blood spluttering across his face, he is a seasoned veteran by this point. He is not going to fall for games like that.
Let's go with the underhook. Oh, Elm came back, fighting out of Elm Street. Dropped him right on his face. 1, 2. And the elbow on the way down from Brandon Fields saves the matchup.
Brandon just stalking behind Elm. Oh no, I think we've seen this one before. There's the ripcord.
Missed him on the straight right. That's about the only one that's missed tonight.
All right,
with the roll-up 1. He's got up to the 2.
Forearm shot there from River to Elm, but
PG saw it, but there's nothing he can do.
And there's another ripcord.
Good night.
Surely this has to be it. Rose trying to get into the ring, but
they've got his feet, and it's a 3. I've never felt bad for Jacob Rose until sort of this moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match in the new #1 contender for the War Respect Championship, the professional
Brandon Fields, who held the championship for 3 months before he lost it to Ryan Michaels, could potentially get a chance to take on Ryan Michaels next month, but Michaels, coming up later on, has got to get through Bryant Huff first.
Indeed, again, like we saw before with Jacob Rose and Ryan Michaels, former members of the Entourage, we have that again here tonight. Another former member of Humbleville and Bryant Huff, now here facing off against one of his former mates. And we'll see which of those two very athletically gifted men come out on top. Folks, right now, stay tuned with us because we got to take a quick break.
I'm starting to think Lima and War's got something against God's gift to women. First, instead of getting my title match one-on-one at the anniversary show, after putting Ryan Michaels down, I get put into a ladder match. Triple threat, me, Orlando, and Ryan, where they team up on me, so the greatest to ever do it can't win the belt. And now today, our first show back from the anniversary show, they put me in a fatal 4-way, even though I deserve to already have a damn one-on-one match for that championship. And then to get me out of it, they bust me open so I can't see. I'm fighting out there blind. Ryan Michaels, you're not getting away from Jacob Rose. Because ask any woman in Lima, ask any woman in the world, whatever I want, I get. I want your belt.
We said at the beginning of the night that there are 3 massive title matches, but there is a young man, there you see him, who has earned himself a future title opportunity for any title, anywhere, anytime. It's not on the line tonight, but the way this show has gone, I don't know that maybe he doesn't fancy himself ending that Respect Championship we have coming up in a bit with him walking out with the championship.
It's entirely possible. I mean, we did just see Brandon Fields become the #1 contender to that title, and Fields knows what he goes into. He's facing against someone like Ryan Lyons. He's faced him multiple times by this point. If Bryant Huff needs a champion, that presents a whole new bag of worms. But if Jake Ely left as champion, I don't know if anyone could, 1, predict that, 2, be prepared for that.
No, I think the bars in Lima would be on high alert. And you saw there, conspicuous by his absence, the 4th member and the leader of the crew in Jimmy Shane. He has been escorted out of the building earlier on, asked not to return, and really told not to return. But one of his running buddies here in Jake Ely has got a mountain of a challenge on his way to the ring. And the young man we've seen a handful of times in big Dalton McKenzie, and he is big impact. Impactful when he punches you in the face, and there's a chance he might throw Ely into the rafters. One of them Cincy boys you hear about coming in here, and the first night he was here, he made his impact with Beastman in the ring, so it shows he's known to go toe-to-toe with pretty much anybody.
That he is, having made his way recently throughout the NWA, having teamed with former champion Jack Vaughn, having gone into the JCP's territory. Dalton McKenzie has been all over the shop, all along the East Coast as of late. And here tonight, he's back at war. And Jake Ely, I know he's got a lot of guts put to him, but I think he might be in for a bigger bite than he could chew.
Last time that Jake Ely stepped up to someone bigger than him, he took a straight right hand from Xavier Walker.
And that was about 1 hour ago.
I saw him backstage between parts of the show, and I don't know that he's right. Although, to be honest with you, I don't know that he's ever right to begin with.
I was just about to say, that I don't think that's ever applicable.
Dalton McKenzie, a just massive individual, the exceptional member of the JV team, and you talk about NWA, also in the Revolution with Jamin Olivencia and Doug Basham down there at OVW, and
won the OCW Tag Team Championship with AJZ.
They just call him a wrecking ball. This is everybody's got a plan so they can punch in the mouth, is the old saying attributed to Mike Tyson. And I think Ely's plan is insanity.
McKenzie seems humored by Ely. And tried to shove Ely and knocked himself off his own feet.
He might have injured himself too. It's a baby bird with a broken wing. Oh, this is not.
Oh, the shirt's coming off.
We apologize to all the ladies in Lima.
Baby bird's ready to fly.
All the ones that weren't already offended by Jacob Rose. He's gonna. Please don't tell me I'm seeing this correctly. He's going to test of strength Dalton McKenzie.
I gotta say, that's not the wisest move I've ever seen.
I've seen worse ideas, but I can't remember when.
Probably from Jake Ely.
There's a good chance.
Ely is a very crafty man who's done a lot of things that have gotten him ahead. I can't say this is one of them.
This is not going to go his way. Dalton is just toying with his food right now. Ah, there we go. And again, Ely doesn't have the same luxury that Jimmy Shane did earlier on. One, because like Jimmy Shane kicked out, like I said, but the World Wrestling Tag Team Champions are in the back, preparing for their own match. Ely,
I was about to say, I thought Ely was onto something, getting above Dalton, take the high ground, but Dalton found the way out. Field throw, just quite literally 15 feet across.
I think they should have Jake Ely tossing competitions. I'm pretty sure Dalton would win.
I think it should be an Olympic sport.
At least. If keg throwing is a sport, Ely throwing should at least be one. But answer this, though. What does Jake Ely legitimately have to do to win this match?
There's one of two routes he can take. Either, well, yes, that's option 3, I suppose. But my other options were either cranial.
I just witnessed a felony, you were saying?
I was saying either give Dalton cranial damage or chop the legs out of him. This is something Jake Ely has to go up with most of his opponents.
Well, he's got two strategies that I've always heard about bears. Where there's a giant, large creature circling you, you either try to make yourself big and scare it away, which he's unsuccessfully tried already, or you just lay down and play dead, which right now is seeming like the smarter choice.
It seems like it's more the one he's being forced to do.
Yeah, I don't even know that it's his idea. Joe just, oh! That also effective. I think that was option 3.
Hey, now we go back to option 1 with cranial damage.
Side headlock. I mean, we've seen how effective that is, but look, Dalton is just now.
He's just not fazed by it.
He's just toying with him.
I mean, to be fair, one of Dalton's biceps is as big as Jake Ely's torso.
Oh, look at Ely. Went for the bulldog right back into the side headlock. Neither one of them proved to be all that effective. This is just like fighting your little brother, I think, at this point. Oh, Ely's going for a flight.
Time to go for a Bronco ride. Yippee-ki-yay, boy!
And it's just spectacle.
Oh,
it
no.
is Dalton McKenzie. Good night!
That former football experience of Dalton McKenzie coming into play.
Shoulder block of doom. And if you remember, you think about Dalton McKenzie, he's had, right back to the eyes. He's had big matches. He competed in that tag team championship match against the Wikked back in the day. Ooh, goodness. So lost a beast man. But right now he's treating a beast of a different color like a toy.
So knowing how tall Dalton is, he is roughly 6 feet, 6'1". And the amount of air that Jake Ely got, I think easily just put him about 10 feet in the sky.
I think he shrunk 3 sizes. Now the Thunderbird looking to fly. Crossbody didn't work.
If your entire body weight is not enough to knock your opponent off your feet, what do you even do?
Well, the answer is anything you don't do in a normal match. Because right now, goodness!
I think his ribs are shattered.
I think every part of him is broken.
We've already had to have the medic check on Jacob Rose earlier. I think we might. Oh!
McKenzie is now broken. He's got him right on the shoulder.
Yeah, driven straight into that steel post. This is just the opening that Ely was needing.
It's a beautiful little combination there. You can't use your arms or your body weight. Try to slice some bread.
And it's effective. This is the first time he's gotten Dalton down on off his feet.
He's just pressing buttons for combinations now.
Ely, it might be time to bust out some finisher spam or something.
It might be time to just beg for mercy. It's taken a long time, and I don't know how much of this is he means to and how much of this is he can't get up there.
He needs to be quick or else something like a Superman punch.
Good night, Jake.
Oh no, here comes a muscle buster, I think.
If any of his muscles or bones weren't busted before, they will be in 3, 2, 1. Oh, what the hell? Jimmy Shane's back.
Where did he even come from?
Where did he come from? This match is over.
staff and Joe Kopez having to restrain him, giving Jake Ely the opportunity he needed to not get pinned, but I'm going to be honest, I don't even know if this is going to matter all that much. Well,
and here come the Vultures again.
Where there's one, there's the others, and Jimmy Shane's getting escorted out the side door again.
Didn't work the last time.
Take out the leg, does Tommy Hamilton.
They don't call him brutal for nothing.
Stomping mud holes into Dalton.
There you see the shot of Jimmy being escorted out. Here we go. This is bad for Dalton. Up and down from half of the tag team champions. And look at just egging on Jake Ely. Now, poor Joe looks back at what's going on here.
Ely was that going to be enough? No, it's the kick out almost took out Joe Kopez with Jake Ely.
Joe should have been issued one of those credentials they give you for baseball games that say, objects may leave the playing surface. Now, Ely.
Oh, no. Ely's begging for his life here.
He went to church early. He's praying on a Saturday night in Lima that he doesn't continue to be beheaded. Dalton full head of steam. Drop kick into the corner. Hit him with a little John Woo action.
Oh, now Gino taken down by McKenzie.
All control of this match has been lost. Ely way up there, and Gino, catching flight.
The Krue has crumbled. And now McKenzie looking to scoop up his prey.
Now just dominating a 3-on-1.
What sort of insane athletics does Dalton McKenzie have in his DNA that allows him to manage a feat like this?
I don't know, but
this can't be good.
No Bruce again. Oh, come on. What kind of grown man?
A low blow and a power bomb there from Gino. You
gotta be kidding me.
Ely now looking to fly high. Elbow drop.
Just right to the heart. 1, 2, 3. What a joke.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, the Thunderbird, Jake
It took 3 men, 2 of them a Mack truck in their own right, to take down Dalton McKenzie. But nonetheless, Jake Ely managing to sneak his 3rd victory in a row at War events.
And I'm pretty sure that David just slayed Goliath with the help of 3 buddies and a couple of slingshots. And a machine gun.
Folks, I think we need to cut away because Dalton McKenzie might go kill a man.
Call the cops!
What's that? God, yeah, that's what I'm talking about here. Right here. All right, I told you we could do it tonight. The professional Brandon Fields is back, and I'm coming for the War Respect Championship. I'm the real champion, and that's gonna be coming home with me, right? It's coming home with me. It's coming home with me, and we're all getting it done, and we're getting it done month after month by putting the work in, like real professionals, that we are. You know what? I'm actually a little out of breath. All right, but I'm gonna go hit the shower.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
We got it.
Let's go. Way to go.
Hell yeah.
Hey. Good job tonight, man. Way to follow that game plan.
All right.
Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Jake Ely, king of the Thunderweights, baby. I had the headlock and everything, baby. I'm a giant. I'm a damn giant. Biggest bird that Lima has ever seen. Not to mention, boys, bringing home the gold. Bringing home the gold to the Krue, baby. The Krue. Ho! Ho!
Oh, we love it, Jake Ely.
Not so fast.
You're walking up on us.
Hey!
What did you just say to us?
Basically, because you're too stupid to understand. He said, how about next month, Will the Thrill and Gimmicks Inc. team up versus you three chumps, and we see what's happening then. How about that?
Chumps? Do you see the gold is right here? Do you see the gold is right here? Do they look like chumps? No. They look like champions, baby.
Will the Krue be used to?
Kick-ya!
Second of the third. The War Respect Championship on the line here. 2 out of 3 being decided. Once upon a time, Bryant Huff was a member of the Entourage, and he was the bad boy from Huntington Beach, but now he's gone international on his way back to Lima, Ohio.
International Bad Boy Bryant Huff.
Yeah, ever since we last saw Bryant Huff, he has gone overseas to the UK and wrestled the circuit there. If I remember correctly, he even won a championship while he was overseas for a very brief period of time. Now he's returned back to the States, flying back in, having just recently also taken a trip to Miami, Florida for a volleyball tournament that he's taken part of, his side project, passion project outside of wrestling. But his opponent tonight, a man that he does very highly respect, that he views as a mentor in his own right. Like you said, his former stablemate, Brian Michaels, the War Respect champion.
And I'm not quite sure how you take out a man from a dungeon if you're Bryant Huff. Apparently, you train in a hurricane.
Absolutely true.
He's not all that thrilled about the sign, but the king of the Respect Championship here in War Wrestling went through a hellacious ladder match to retain that against the War Wrestling Hall of Famer in Orlando, Christopher, and also Jacob Rose, who put in work that night. But a guy who says, you know, I can beat anybody. He's going to have to prove it tonight as he got laid out by Huff.
Bryant immediately getting the jump. I see he, while he might have gone overseas, I see he didn't learn any UK's mannerisms, that's for sure.
Just brutalization. And if you're going to beat a guy like Brian Michaels, you're going to have, oh no. That is not a smart move.
There's your Knight Rider shades, boys.
I feel like that's like trying to steal Popeye's spinach. Oh, he spit on him.
He spat on him.
That's just unsanitary.
Michaels not even had a chance to take off his leather jacket as Huff just immediately full body pressed there, and now he's doing the honors for him.
I think he heard you. He said, that's fine, I don't need it.
He's being nice. He's making sure all his expensive clothing is off, not getting damaged.
But you gotta go back a couple of years. Now Michaels, quick like a cat, trying to lay it right back on his feet and go to work. You think about it, and you think of he and Jacob Rose, and obviously the, oh, beautiful!
That Frankensteiner, though!
You think about War 21, Jacob Rose, and the War Respect, oh, Jesus. Respect champion losing in a match that the Humbler had to pretty much tell us all what we already knew, but he was Nick Hahn. But breaking up that group, and we kind of questioned of what would happen after that. Rose is establishing himself as a single standout. He did, however, cut a promo a little bit ago that said, you know, I don't care if I didn't win that matchup. I'm still coming after you, Ryan Michaels, whether you have the belt or not.
With blood spewing down his face, mind you. Jacob Rose is nothing if not determined. But right now, I mean, Brian Michaels taking Bryant Huff back into the ring, but we can't count this as over yet, of course. There is still every possible chance Bryant Huff leaves as the Respect champion.
It's called about 50-50. It's like trying to win the split the pot raffle here.
Huff now throwing Michaels face first in the top turnbuckle.
And there you go. That's when two guys know each other inside and out because they've been on the same side of the coin. They know you take that time, you're going to kind of go sit for a second. No, I'm just going to make you pay for it. And, oh!
There you see.
A springboard effort on the way in.
Yeah, beautiful spinal tap there. Big. big disputes there between Barney and Bryant.
I think Bryant's telling him he doesn't know how to count.
These two men have faced each other in numerous training sessions, in matches before. They've been a tag team, of course, and they've also faced each other in tag matches. Any sort of thing you can imagine between these two men, they know each other inside and out. They are going to do whatever it takes to try and get the one up on the other.
And I always like to kind of look at other guys in matches have worked recently, and you think about a little bit further back where Brian Huff had worked Ace Austin and kind of that similar body type, kind of want to dominate your style that Michaels has, and maybe learned a little bit there, and he's able to apply that tonight.
Michaels definitely looking worse for wear here right now.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure he knows what's going on. I thought it was going to be a chop, but it ends up being the shoulder block, and that was even more effective. Huff, good-looking kid, tall, lean, able to get around the ring quickly, and like I said, the biggest X factor in this matchup is how much these two guys know each other.
This is true, and of course, also on top of that, being lean, an extreme strength training regimen from both his wrestling training and volleyball background. And Michaels, I think, is aware of that. He knows if he lets Huff get a power move off on him, this might turn tides real quick.
I think Michaels just attacked and spiked him right back into the mat. It's a backbreaker that ended up hurting Michaels almost more than it did Huff.
Ryan Michaels really favoring his back right now, but look, here we've seen this plenty of times. Trying to go set up for the sharpshooter, but pushed off by Huff.
Just using that incredible leg strength and the old equalizer, just being kicked in the face. Not fancy. They don't teach that in wrestling school. You just gotta learn that. Guys coming at you, just boot him in the face.
Oldest trick in the book.
It's gotta be one of them. I think poking him in the eye, unless it's Kronos on the other side.
Yeah, we saw that one earlier.
A massive flight path. I don't know how you get from Manitoba to Lima, but I would imagine that
Place your
probably
bets now.
part of it.
Who went higher in the sky, Jake Ely or Ryan Michaels?
Yes. Beautiful springboard cutter. That's it. 1, 2, and 3. No, Michaels able to just kind of fall his way out of it.
Michaels didn't even have a chance to stand up, and Bryant Huff launched himself 7 feet across the sky to take you down to earth.
Think about Ryan Michaels already with his title defenses. You look no further than July down in Bell Center. Had to beat Casey Jacobs, had to beat Brandon Fields, had to beat Kronos of all people in that four-way. He's just taking a beating. Exactly what's happening right now.
Huff now. Nothing fancy about it, just drop a knee on him.
1, 2. Get upset. Excuse me, sir. I'm pretty sure that was 3. Marty's taking a beating from folks during the course of this show.
Yeah, I hope he's being well compensated.
So Michaels now shot off on the other side. Huff went back to the sleeper. With Michaels already having trouble staying on his feet because of the abuse that he's taken in this match, feels like this will be the next best thing for Brian Huff.
Michaels is starting to turn to the same shade as his tights,
which is not good for him. Gonna have to find that same doctor that worked on Jacob Rose earlier on.
Huff has him center of the ring. Michaels is nowhere to go, and he's fading quick.
Huff is screaming at Brian Michaels to give it up. Now down to, he's just fading fast.
Barney checking to see if the champ still has anything in him.
The champ might not be the champ for much longer. Michaels, like you said, his head pretty much is a grape at this point. Somehow.
2. Is Huff about to become our new Respect champion?
There's no fight whatsoever. It has to be over. Oh, Michaels, I don't know how. Kept his hands up.
It's not a full shake of the power. It's him just willing himself up.
You got to think about it though too, and how much of it has to be an almost hatred for Huff at this point with the 2 paths that these 2 guys have taken since being stablemates. Huff made a mistake.
Beautiful power slam there, but not enough. Both men are definitely giving it their all this match.
I don't know that I've seen anybody sent that high on that power slam in quite some time. Again, Michaels just kind of looking down within himself of what do I have to do here? Knowing that he's in for one tonight, straight right hands in the corner. Just near the top of the temple and a kick to the midsection. The point of the boot just above belt level. So we saw Michaels with a couple of options early and sit right back down. That might be a mistake that cost him.
Michaels, I think, was going for the Frankensteiner again. Bryant had it scouted, and he's in disbelief. He could have swore that was 3, and frankly, I almost thought it was 2.
It was as close as you could get at 2.99 infinity.
I think with all the damage that Barney's taken, maybe we need to get an eye exam for him. I don't know.
I think he's going to need a lot of friends with the matches that are coming up. The championship match for the tag team titles. You better hope it's not him, and he's got the rest of the night off. And Michaels just said, "Do your worst." I think Huff was maybe Death Valley driver, but Michaels didn't see the up and over, and
a Frankensteiner back from Brian Huff. Swinging himself up to stage.
Oh,
my Lord!
Swinging a drive. You thought the Poison Rana was the worst part of that? Brian Michaels fights back and throws a massive lariat.
I don't care who you are. I don't care how many times you've done a lariat. That is the most impressive gosh darn lariat I've ever seen in my life.
About the only thing he could have gotten was that ball that is wedged up in the rafters. Somewhere up there is a piece of Brian Huff. How's he able to get back to his feet?
Just a slug of a right hand back down to Huff.
Goodness. Open hand slap to the face. Canadian uppercut.
The pride of Winnipeg. There might be a couple people who argue with that.
Up there in Manitoba, eh?
Yep.
That's how I always heard it. Michaels tried for this again. It didn't work the first 2, but it's only got to work once. He hit it one way, he hit it the other.
2-time drops. There's 3rd time coming.
Michaels neckbreaker and a beauty. Now Huff. He's pretty much like a bobblehead at this point.
Yep. On wobbly legs, that's for certain. Or at least he was.
Michaels looking for high rent. The question, is he asking the fans at this point, am I going up there?
I think he needs confirmation because I don't know if he's fully certain himself.
I think he was asking guys that way. The answer was apparently yes. Huff just laid out in the middle of the ring. Now trying to finally stir to his feet. Is able. Ooh. A rough landing.
Both men they're worn out, trying to gasp for air. They're still willing to go up to the ropes.
And I'm still not 100% sure if Huff was talking smack to Michaels or he was telling himself as a beautiful superplex what he could do here.
I don't know who got the worst of that, Michaels or Huff.
1, 2, and somehow, I guess you would have to answer Michaels because he was able to get out of it.
Huff is just absolutely flabbergasted. He can't believe his eyes, and frankly, neither can I. A battle like this we've seen a lot of hardcore affairs. We've seen a lot of street fights. But in terms of just pure wrestling acumen, this might be one of the hardest hitting bouts we've seen all year.
Which again is really saying something when you consider how many of them Ryan Michaels has already been in. Up and went for the kick to the face, but countered.
Here we see. Is he going to get the sharpshooter?
Face. Ended up right into the shoulder as Huff.
Oh.
Off the inside with the roll up. Goes back into just a beautiful combination himself.
I think he was trying to catapult Michaels. Michaels turned it into his own advantage.
Caught him with a knee in the face, but Huff was able to roll through.
And powers him up. Deadlifted the man.
That's the international bad boy for you. Up on the shoulders, goes kick in the face again.
And Michaels, I think him falling to the outside might have been the best possible thing that could have happened for him right now, because I think he's out.
That's the absolute worst thing that happens for Bryant Huff, because he knew. He tried to reach up there and grab him before, but just that little bit. 1 and 2, and ends up being the difference.
I don't even know how Michaels had the energy to kick out.
Not quite sure he is in a puddle right now. It's a pink Canadian puddle right there.
He's the champion is just holding on, I think, by pure will of spirit. Huff has to be wondering here just what, if everything I've thrown is not enough, then what is? To what end do you have to go?
Huff is a long way from where Michaels is right now in the opposite corner, but he has assured himself that this one is over. Off the second rope, high and straight down on his back, right into the sharpshooter.
Third time's the charm. Is this going to cinch it in? Yes, it is. Huff taps. And Ryan Michaels retains the War Respect Championship.
It only took one mistake.
Wrestling Respect Champion.
Like a puma. Michaels capitalized on the opportunity and was able to force Bryant Huff to sit down and tap out. He made him humble.
What an absolute match that was, Michael. There is a reason why Ryan Michaels is your War Respect Champion. He has fought some of the biggest battles we've seen here this year. He's put his body on the line. And if after a contest like that, he doesn't have your respect, then I don't know what it's gonna take.
Keeping in mind though, the guy that he helped take the title off of in Brandon Fields, waiting in the wings after winning that four-way match earlier on. You got to believe that's going to come before the end of 2025. And wow, we have just one massive event coming up in the moments leading up to this. It has been chaotic, but the tag team championships are on the line in just moments here at Don't Trust Anyone.
I've just been informed that Jimmy Shane has been indefinitely suspended.
So, while we're already on the good news, let's give a little bit more good news. But first, before we do that, we have to start with the bad news. Because at the anniversary show, he who shall not be named cost me my War Heavyweight Championship. But I did manage, however that happened, because War Management are a bunch of idiots, I managed to get Scotty Amos, my prophet, a shot at the War Heavyweight Championship, which means soon, guys, October 4th, I'm going to be the champion again. You're going to be the champion. I'm going to be the champion again, because you're going to fight Crash, and you're going to get my title back. We're going to win. We're going to be champions. I'm going to be a champion again. Ah!
This is your main event of the evening, scheduled for one fall, and it is for the War Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
Main event time here at Don't Trust Anyone, which is, by the way, a perfect mantra for this show. The way it is going, you can hit the back button, subscribe here on Valor Media, and go see what has happened. But the War Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Wise Guys, in Gino DiCapo and brutal Tommy Hamilton. They've already been a big fixture of this show. They don't realize work smarter, not harder. They're only getting one paycheck. But this is at least the 4th or 5th time they've been out here tonight.
That it is. Though notably, they are without their two stablemates. Jake Ely, who suffered in a huge match against Dalton McKenzie earlier. He's probably still licking his wounds. But then we saw Jimmy Shane throughout all his actions tonight, in between the previous match and this one. We received breaking news that Jimmy Shane is suspended indefinitely from WAR.
I can't imagine he's got a very good lawyer. Or one of Gino's guys.
Well, either way, as it stands here, as far as it seems, it's just going to be Tommy and Gino on their own for this main event.
And on his way to the ring, the pride of Lima, Ohio, representing Bath High School football team off of their 2nd straight 3-0 start since the early to mid-90s, and talked to him about football today and about life, and he said, you know, I feel like I got a pretty good teammate backing me up tonight. I'm feeling good. The Hall of Famer, Appollo Starr.
Oh, better wrestling, the timeless technician himself.
Yeah, he doesn't age. Been around War Wrestling for like 15 years.
I'm pretty sure he's the same all 15 years.
He's got the, I guess the guidance of Will the Thrill. I don't know how that he's giving, but
I think it's the other way around. I think Will the Thrill has the guidance of Appollo.
Well, I think one of them can guide the other around Lima. It'll be interesting to see which one that ends up being.
Will the Thrill, of course, tag team partners with Apollo's son, Cassius Starr. Cassius, unfortunately, has been set back by injuries throughout this year. And since that's happened, Appollo has essentially filled the role of his son, becoming Will's tag team partner here at WAR. They fought off in the Wikked together. They have been in hellacious battles alongside one another, and now here they are facing off against the multi-time WAR Tag Team Champions and Tommy Hamilton and Gino DiCapo.
You know what's crazy about it? All 4 guys in the match are multiple-time War Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And guys like Apollo Starr, and of course we saw Delivery Inc. earlier on, kind of helped build the tag team division of War Wrestling that, for my money, I don't care who you ask, from the start of this company through the days of the GWA and back into War Wrestling, has been one of the crown jewels of the Midwest in professional wrestling. And I tell you what, go look up and down the roster and prove me wrong.
Absolutely. War Wrestling has been timelessly throughout the years a premier wrestling promotion in the Midwest. Certainly one of the top places to be for wrestling in the state of Ohio. That is for darn sure. And I think it is going to be exemplified in a match like this.
And not exactly this iteration of these championship belts, which are only a couple of years old, but you know, Appollo Starr, you go back and you think about he and Drew Skills and the Soul Shooters, baby, of what they did only in this building, given the Hall of Fame speech here a couple of years ago, but back at the old UAW Hall, whether it's the Civic Center, the Fairgrounds, hell, I think even at the Dog Warden. These guys are here to fight, and Apollo's here to fight and win titles.
That he is. Now Appollo squaring up with the main man, Gino DiCapo. Gino, in his own right, has held a litany of titles to his name, tag titles and singles titles across various promotions. He has been consistently one of, if not the statement powerhouse that WAR has had, at least for the past 5 years.
And not even just WAR, but you go back and you think about the way that the Wise Guys won the War Wrestling Tag Team titles at War 22. Okay, maybe
some shenanigans.
Yeah, of a dubious nature, but they then defended those titles. They beat John Paul Le Miserable and then Cowpoke Paul. back at the July 4th events in the Bell Center Brawl, you know, these guys can get it done, like you said. I mean, you can't disrespect Gino. Oh, by the way, the guy on the other side just happens to have been a former OCW heavyweight champ. And he likes to fight. Right now it's Appollo and Will, though, in control. Double drop kicks. One. That's not going to be enough.
Only a 1 count there from referee Peachy Rodriguez.
Said he's feeling pretty good. His birthday's in a couple days. It's Will, the pride of Bath High School. He also shares that with Peachy Rodriguez. They kind of argue over which one of them that is, but right now,
I'm sure their teachers may disagree. For his partner to reach over to him to get a tag made. Appollo back up to his feet, trying to fight his way out of Gino's grasp. Ducks the line, takes him down with one of his own. Just barely out of reach of Thrill. Tag once again to the Wise Guys. Full body cover 1. But then, given the Wise Guys have been doing what they're doing, I think it's perfectly fair from Will.
Yeah, not exactly a really nice thing going on there with Peachy being caught in the middle. Sort of he has to look with Gino the other way, and Tommy kind of admonishing him of, hey, pay attention to what's going on in here. I'm trying to get a 3 count.
Drops the hammer across the shoulder blades there of Appollo Starr. Tommy Hamilton takes Appollo back up to his feet. Another tag to the other tag champion.
Apparently we said some things that Jimmy Shane has figured out how to poach our audio, so it's back now.
Yeah, apologies there if we cut out. But back now once again. Wise Guys still firm control of this match thus far. Oh, but Appollo, look at that.
That man still got springs.
Never, ever discount Poison Appollo Starr. That man will always surprise you any day of the week.
22-year pro wrestling veteran. New tricks. Will now. Little hi-ya.
Nick and Tommy go loopy.
Looking for the Dudley cutter. Not able to get it in. Gino!
Oh.
Took him out behind the shed and beheaded him.
1, 2. Will the Thrill is not going out like Old Yeller today.
I'm not quite sure Will's figured out what happened. What was the number of that truck?
Will the Thrill is very used to being made into a meat stick, essentially. We saw in that Four Corners Tag Team Championship match where he started off the match by himself. This is where him and Appollo really first came as a tag team. Appollo came to his rescue. But for a good 20 minutes, he was inside that ring being ping-ponged by the Wise Guys, by the Wikked, by Gimmicks Inc. It was pure mayhem for the man, and he still made it out.
Straight down, he just became part of the canvas. You know, you go and you look at Appollo about how long he's been doing this. He was at this event, bam, in 2013 with Cody Hawk as his partner. Those guys have won a lot of matches, and if he wants to win this match, he's going to have to figure out how to squeegee Will over to his corner.
Tommy Hamilton's starting to look actually pretty frustrated that Will still has some stamina in him.
Yeah, I think the Wise Guys were coming in here looking for a quick paycheck.
Yeah, like we said before, they're used to the numbers game. They're used to having a whole lot more people at their disposal to get their jobs done. And this is just making them have to work a bit harder.
What?
Oh, since when they were able to do cartwheels?
They just executed Will. He's got to be done.
Yeah, this has to be it.
Got to hook the leg.
Apologies, I don't mean to laugh, but I am astounded by the fact that Will is still in this.
Straight rights. Will fighting back now. Just teetering at Gino as Gino now on the reversal. Here comes Will, able to hold on. Gino took a back elbow right into his teeth, and Will now with a springboard. Not as much of a Larry as he just sort of hip attacked him.
Yeah, hey, turn yourself into a projectile. I mean, it worked out to turn Ely into a projectile. Will maybe saw that and went, I think I can do the same.
And again, the good news for Will and Appollo is they only have to fight 2 guys. It's not the rest of the night where it's been multiple members of the crew, including these 2 guys. Oh, Mr. Mo Better Wrestling now with a full head of steam.
Belly to belly suplex from Apollo Q Starr.
Here comes Appollo again. If he gets going, here he goes on a full head. He's just house of fire. Gino, Nowhereville, bam. So Apollo has beaten guys like the former War Wrestling champions all down the list, including Jake Something. Once upon a time, a painkiller. That's what a Gino would like to have right now. He's got to be feeling some sort of way. Oh, Lord.
Just right out of nowhere.
1, 2, and Will with the save.
Just in the nick of time. Will broke up that pin, but I think he's about to get us in trouble for it.
Then he got hit in the face with a cinder block. So we don't play that rough on that side of Lima where I'm from. Able to fight back in. Wait.
The Grey Wolves now coming out here.
Why are they back?
Of course, Alex Lynch and Apollo Starr. Very, very storied history between those 2 across this year.
But Will trying to get himself back up to his feet. He's got the Grey Wolves on target, and the dive takes them both out.
Now
Apollo 3G. Bada bing, bada boom. 1, 2, and 3.
You gabagools been gabba got.
I think that might be the return of a favor.
Well, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match and
stops the Wise Guys?
That's a great question. You hear Rick Toms right now. They are still our War Tag Team champions. And I think this match, I think, goes to put any doubts that anyone may have had in these two men to rest. Yes, the Grey Wolves came out of there, but Will the Thrill, he went off and took care of them himself. This was just brutalization by two Mack trucks that led to them retaining their gold. And I have a feeling this won't be the last time.
An up and down night for the Wise Guys, and the Krue ends on an extreme high as they roll out War Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Back on October the 4th, blood, sweat, and fears here in Lima. For Bryce and Mike, have a great night and an even better tomorrow for all of us here at War Wrestling.
Absolutely. Everyone's been a great audience. Good evening and peace.
For more